talk at the Stickney Forest View Public Library. I'm still on Asian American authors. We're doing a community read, look that up on our website, by a Chinese American author. And in my book talk last month, I did Chinese and Chinese American authors. So I have 3 good ones for you today. And I'm going to start with Searching for Sylvie Lee by Jean Kwok. This came out in 2019. We actually read it for our book club, but I haven't talked about it. So all of these 3 books I'm talking about have multicultural Asian Americans. Like they split their time or they've experienced their country of their heritage and America. And this one actually, the character Sylvie grew up in the Netherlands for 9 years. She's from a Chinese family and they were immigrating to America and they didn't have money to, basically Sylvie went with the grandma in the Netherlands for 9 years because of the money situation. So this deals now when they're adults, they meaning Sylvie and her sister, and Sylvie goes missing. So the sister goes to the Netherlands to try to find Sylvie because Sylvie went to the Netherlands and then she went missing now as a grown-up. So it jumps back and forth in time. There's that mystery. There's that whole plot about the family, like there's flashbacks to, you know, when the girls were little and the parents' immigration and what their family life was like. Amy got to grow up, you know, in the family, and Sylvie then was brought over when she was 9 and was torn from the family that she knew, and all of a sudden was like, this is your family. So it explores some of that. This book was kind of similar in feel to Everything I Never Told You by Celeste Ning, if you like that kind of family drama kind of feel. This one, I have to say, I was disappointed with the ending. But I read another book by her real quick to mention, Girl in Translation. And that book, a lot of scenes have stayed in my mind all these years. In Girl in Translation, which was written before this, it's more of a young adult teen girl protagonist. They come from China to America and they're struggling and working in a factory, and she finds romance, and that one really stuck with me. So I think we have that book, an ebook. Of course, it's in our system if you want the print book. She also has a couple other books. So check out this author, she's really good, Jean Kwok. And okay, so the next one, I always go in order of when they were released. This came out in 2020 and I just read this and I just loved this. Days of Distraction by Alexandra Chang. I hadn't heard of this author, but she kind of based this on her life experiences. So it's a realistic literary fiction based on a girl who's a Chinese American young woman. She's working in Silicon Valley. She's working in like the tech industry as a tech journalist. And then she's dating a white guy who's from Irish heritage, but he's American. And she's just thinking about, she reflects on like these, you know, her interracial relationship. She has work, kind of like racist, unfortunate racist events at work, just, you know, tiny little things that she exposes for this character, and this character like ruminates on this, and it shines a good light on, you know, like the Chinese American experience. It's got social commentary, you know, it's got really smart observations, and she strikes me as really smart. And so she basically kind of, it's fiction, but she based it off of her experiences. The character's name is Alexandra, but then she does go to China because her dad lives there. So there's that whole part too. So I just really love this. I like, it's just like the kind of book that I just really go for. So check it out. We have this on Libby ebook if you want. Otherwise, get the print version from our system. The print copy, print version. Okay, and then finally, this came out recently, My Year Abroad by Chang Ray Lee. Again, I had not heard of this author, but someone recommended this book. The character is a young man, and he's dating an older woman, but he keeps hinting at like his year abroad when he was in China, and it was horrible. And you're waiting till he tells you about like what happened when he was in China. What happened? So he basically, I don't want to give too much away, but he went to China for like a business opportunity. He met this charismatic businessman who promised him some things and took him along, and crazy things happened there, crazy things. So this book, its tone reminded me of The Knicks, a book I talked about a couple years ago. If you liked The Knicks, if you liked that voice, you might like this. It just really reminded me of that. That was another literary book that focused on a young man. Some similar things there. So yes, some crazy stuff happens here. It stays in his point of view, his first person point of view. Very smart writing, some really colorful descriptions. But yes, and then I was surprised to read that this author is Korean American, because the character is there's Chinese American characters. So anyway, multicultural experiences for all of these. Really good books, really good authors. I'll definitely be looking at watching out for these authors again. And join us next time, and don't forget our community read, and I'll see you next time. Bye.
If you enjoyed this video, please like the video and subscribe to the Stickney Forest View Public Library's YouTube channel. Also, like and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. The Stickney Forest View Public Library District, where great things happen.